Here with Trae Young, and it's a Kongwu in at the center. And both of these teams stand excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Brian, look, there's two hallmarks of great defensive teams. Obviously effort, you can't do anything without it, but also communication. The best defensive teams communicate well, and it's what connects all five guys on the floor.
A wise coach once said, defense wins championships.
I would say defense and offense win championships. You need both.
Now here's Anderson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, as a scorer, that's where Anderson likes to operate. He has a lot of tricks in him.
Outside Johnson. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Young. Rebound Miami. This is a team that simply refuses to lose. They've won 29 games in a row and want to keep this incredible streak going.
Look, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of the NBA to have a win streak of this magnitude. Gonna be fun to see if they can add one more here tonight.
And Atlanta has possession, following the bucket by the Heat. Takes a three. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. The Heat have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Here's Young. Miami making their last shot. On the wing, Daniels, defended by Burks. Daniels misses. The Heat have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Wade, that's good. Wade's got 8 points.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Now here's Young. Against Chicago, he was really on his game. Okongwu, no good.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Yep, that one goes. He's got 10.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to review the game plan. LeVert's checked in for Atlanta. And now that we're halfway through the season, it's the perfect time to take a peek at the Rookie of the Year race. Let's see who the top rookies are so far. We're about halfway through the season now, and he's outside of the top 5 spots. But he's been playing really well, and there's plenty of games left to go.
And he's performed well so far, already proving to be an effective player for his team.
Well, there's no shame in being a top 10 rookie in your class, and there's still so much room for him to grow.
Wade, that's good.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Hawks trail by 11. There's 1:40 left in the first. To the inside, Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, look, because of his shooting ability, you have to get up on Young, but then that makes it even easier for him to blow by you.
Wade, that's good.
Oh my, sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 11-point game. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Daniels misses.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Anderson. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Young misses.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Hawks trail by 13. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
And here's Anderson. Here's Ware. Knocks down the long J.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And as the first quarter... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Tyler Hero. Duncan Robinson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the 4 slot. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Magic was tremendous. He scored 45 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Risacher. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Here's Capella. Rebounded by Jovic. Heat leading by 13. Here's Wade. Driving in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Risacher. He's guarded by Hero. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Down low. With the floater. And it's Love laying it in. Love's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Risacher. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. The 3 is up. Here's Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, a difference maker on the glass. Capella has been doing this for a long time.
Jovic passes to Robinson. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that.
First half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Heat. They're up by 4. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even Elevator Ernie.
Yeah. And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
They're really going to war for those second chance points, running guys to the offensive glass.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risacher in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Wade, that's good. Wade's got 25 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Young from long range. Rebound Miami. Ware's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Count it.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Hawks trail by 8. Outside Johnson. Here's Risacher. 9 points in the game.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Risacher out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with the prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thank you. Good stuff. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Miami shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. The Heat making a switch here. Love's checked in. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
Young against Burks. Lets it go. Young with the bucket. Young's got 10.
When Trae Young's running the pick and roll, you just expect good things to happen.
Here's Wade. Good D by Kangwoo. Hawks trail by 8. It's Daniels with a drive. And the layup is good.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Tyler Heroes checked in for Miami. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Wade, shoots over Young, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. Wade's got 31.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Young finds a Kangwoo. Here's Daniels. The 3 from Risacher. Doesn't go for him.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Wade. It's good. Wade's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 10. Pass to Risacher. Fires from deep. No luck on that one.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Wade. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Poke loose. Stolen by Anderson. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Wade. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Wade's got 37.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
1:20 left in the third. Hawks trail by 14. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basic.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. They've got Duncan Robinson, and it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard position.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
No good on the 3.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Nance. Over Mitchell. That's short off the rim.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Wade misses.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Matthews. Back to man. Inside.